Brian Schwartz back with the Central Coast Writers Conference preview. It is on October 5th this year in San Luis Obispo at Cuesta College. Katya Cengal is one of our repeat speakers. We don't actually bring a lot of people back, but she's one of our more popular speakers, and I wanted her to share a little bit more about her session, Memoirs, Writing to Heal, that she's going to be teaching with two other authors. But Katya, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you plan to share at the session at the conference?
Yeah, thanks, Brian. It's always really nice to come back to the Central Coast Writers Conference. I've made many friends there and had some great inspirational experiences. I am a journalism instructor at Cal Poly here in San Luis Obispo and a longtime journalist and nonfiction author. So journalism, I specialize in long form features. I do writing for Smithsonian, done some for New York Times Magazine, do some, actually right now I'm working on one for Popular Mechanics. They're doing more long form stuff now. So written for a lot of different people, continue to do that. I also have 4 nonfiction books, and I write on a variety of topics from minor league baseball in Kentucky to my time reporting in Ukraine earlier this century and some of the people I met and experiences. And then my most recent book, which really is at the center of the panel I'll be on, is Straitjackets and Lunch Money. And it's about the time I spent in a psychosomatic ward as a 10-year-old. And then I go back and talk to, as an adult, the doctors who treated me. So it kind of puts it in that bigger picture of children with mental illness and how they've been treated throughout history.
And what's your appeal to people who are considering maybe a memoir in their future?
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting. This panel will have 3 of us on it, and we're going to be talking and instructing about how to, if you have some traumatic event, how to work that into a memoir. And it obviously it helps you yourself heal, but really it's meant to help other people as well. So how you make your one story appeal to a larger audience. And so a lot of times that is using putting it in perspective. So not just looking at your experience, but putting your experience in part of a bigger story. Like with mine, I put it in the perspective of youth mental illness. And the other speakers do different things. One kind of uses food. Teresa really uses a lot of humor as well in her memoir. So we look at the way you want to approach it and how you want to put it in that bigger picture.
And I'll just mention, in case you haven't seen their sessions yet, but Brigit and Teresa Rhyne are the other presenters. All 3 authors are traditionally published, all have bestsellers under in their experience and where they've been. So I think it's going to be a really informative kind of superstar session when you think about the accomplishments and the experience that all 3 of you have.
Yeah, and it's all very different too. Teresa is a New York Times bestselling author, and as well as works as a lawyer in her regular thing. I've just always been a journalist and really have that perspective as well. And then Brigit, interestingly enough, has like kind of a food perspective. I think this is her, and was really successful, won quite a few awards with her books. So it's nice when you have different perspectives. Teresa published with a big publisher. I published with smaller publisher, as did Brigit. So we'll talk also about the publishing aspect and how you might want to approach that.
Excellent. All right. Well, we look forward to having you on October 5th. And for those of you who have yet to register, this is another call to action. I just head over to centralcoastwritersconference.com. It'll send you to the Cuesta website, and registration is $2.99 currently. So jump on it while you still can. It'll actually go up on the day of the event. Thanks, Katya.
Thank you.